I'm backing up my truck, I'm gonna hook it up, loading up my boat with all my gear. I've been working hard all week, trying to make ends meet, spending time wishing I was fishing. Well, Terry Wickstrom wants to take you fishing. Gather up your gear and come along. Well, Terry Wickstrom wants to take you fishing.
This is Terry Wickstrom. Join Karen Cullum, Greg Plaggio, and me as we take you to some of our favorite fishing spots from Colorado to Minnesota, the Arctic Circle to Central America and beyond. As we revisit episodes of Mountain States Fishing and Angling Adventures Television on the best of fishing with Terry Wickstrom.
We're out here today at the Sylvandale Guest Ranch just outside of Loveland, Colorado. But I want to introduce, I'm sitting here with David Jessup. David, I really want to thank you for letting us use your facilities to do this piece today. One of the reasons we chose the Sylvandale Ranch is it's easy to get to. You're an hour out of Denver and 20 minutes from Fort Collins, and really good access right off Highway 34. But the main reason we chose it is I love to fish here. I fished here in the past, and you've got this secluded private stretch of river, some trophy ponds. You just have tremendous fishing opportunities here, and it's just fished here before, and it's just a great experience. Now, your family's own the ranch, is that right?
Yeah, we're, well, first of all, welcome. We're glad you chose Sylvandale to have your event here, and our family has owned the ranch since 1946. We've been hosting folks, and we're delighted to have you. You're here in this beautiful fall weather.
Oh, yeah.
And during this time of the year, we host a variety of things here, like bed and breakfast stays with fishing and with horseback riding. But we also have a lot of corporate events, retreats, company picnics, and group events, weddings of all sorts.
I know you do a lot of weddings here.
Yeah.
And in addition to
sometimes it's hard for the groom to stay at the altar when he looks out and sees
the
guys
river
like you out there in the river.
And but you're a working dude ranch.
Yes, we raise cattle and horses, registered quarter horses, and we do take our guests on cattle drives and other sorts of events during the year. We have 3,200 acres to ride on, plus a lot of the national forest and a lot of backcountry. Back up here in the distance is an old homestead called Cow Camp, where we take people on overnight pack trips.
Well, I've stayed here and I've used the facilities, and I can tell you they're first rate. You get great food when they'll cater the event right here for you, and you can have corporate meetings, weddings, just about anything you want, but I want to get back to the fishing a little bit because we're going to get out in the water. You have really a diversity of fishing on the property, don't you?
Yeah, and that diversity is going to grow. Of course, we have 2 miles of Big Thompson River right here in front of us, which is probably the best spot on the Big Thompson in terms of size of trout. It has
And that's private water that you own?
private water, browns and rainbows. They average about 13 inches, get up to 25 inches in this river, believe it or not. That's a rare catch, but they are there. And then a couple of miles east of here on our property, in our hay meadow called the Big Valley, we have a chain of spring-fed lakes that grow huge trout, up to 10 pounds. And
I've broken off several of those 10-pound trout in those ponds.
yeah.
Landed a few close, but you just have tremendous. You've got bass fishing, and you told me just when we were getting ready to do this that you're going to be adding smallmouth bass.
That's right. We have a couple of largemouth bass ponds right now with up to 5-6 pound largemouth in them, and we're just launching this year a smallmouth bass fishery. It's one of those intermediate ponds that's just a little bit too warm for trout, and so we're going to try smallmouth to see how they do in there.
Well, smallmouth are my favorite fish. I'll tell you what, we're going to put the phone number for Sylvandale's right on the screen here, and you need to give them a call if you're interested in any of their facilities. Fishing's year-round here.
That's right. Even in January, some of our, if you get a warm stretch in January, the ponds are spring-fed, so there's a section of those ponds that don't ice over.
And they've got great guides. Your guides have years and years of experience here, and they'll set you up with a guide. You can rent equipment or bring your own equipment. It's just the neat thing about it is, so I mean, folks, we're 10 minutes outside of Loveland, Colorado on Highway 34, but we're in a secluded place where we can have it all to ourselves.
Well, Terry, I want to start right here. We're going to jump down this hill, and you see how clear the water is today. The water has dropped quite a bit, like it always does this time of year in late summer, early fall.
The runoff's actually a little heavier for this time of year than it's been, though, because of the rain? Or
Yes, we've had a lot of rain this year. I wish the water was down a little bit more, just because we can access more spots. But as long as the water is running clear like it is today, we'll have a good day of fishing.
Now we're gonna go fish out in this rock area here?
Yeah, anywhere you see rocks that are slowing down the current or making the current change direction, that's where you're going to find the fish. So we're always going to find the seams that are behind the rocks or besides the rocks. If you look, there's that long, nice, long, glassy stretch of smooth water just kissing that fast water, and that's where you're going to find the fish. I'm going to make a shot over here real fast. I never like to walk through a spot that might hold a fish. I'll always fish my way through it first. There he is.
There we go. Oh, a nice fish too.
Yeah, it's a nice rainbow.
It is.
All the fish on the river here are wild. We don't stock them at all.
So, and this is private water.
This is private water, right.
So in this catch and release private water, we're using barbless hooks.
Right, fly fishing only.
Right, okay.
On the river. There are spots, places on the ranch where you can spin fish and keep fish if you want to, but not on the river. Make a play here for you, bud. Well,
he's just not ready, is he?
No.
He says, I don't care what you want, I'm going over here.
That's all right. As I tell people when we're guiding, just enjoy the ride.
Oh, yeah.
Come, get away. Come on. Boy, howdy.
He's just a strong fish.
And Maddie, head first.
All right.
There we go.
Come and hold the rod?
Sure, thanks.
Here we go.
Okay, calm down, calm down. I'll let you go, hon.
What a pretty fish.
Fly right in the corner of the mouth. Perfect.
Easy to get out.
Oh, yeah.
And just...
With barbless flies. Thanks for holding the rod.
Right.
One of the nice things about fishing the river here at Sylvandale, because it is all catch and release, the fish get a chance to grow up and get big.
It's time now for Terry's tackle tip of the week.
You're seeing more and more people are going to places like the Sylvandale Ranch where they can get away from the crowds, where there is a protected area, just to enjoy the ambience and the experience of it.
Right. When you fish out here and you call ahead and reserve the river, you're the only guy on the river the whole day.
So you actually can reserve the river
Absolutely.
itself.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah. So it's just you and the fish.
That's great.
Yeah.
How far ahead does a person usually have to call to be able to?
Oh, 2 weeks is probably pretty good
Okay.
for the river. The trophy ponds that we have, usually a month ahead of time is pretty good because they book up pretty fast.
And what seasons do you see this fishing through? I mean, from when to when, and what times of the year?
The river fishes really well after ice off up until runoff, which is usually mid-April up until middle of May. Fishes really well then. Then the runoff hits and it kind of slows down pretty bad. Then it probably remains pretty high during the summer and starts to drop in late July, and it gets really good right now.
And then how long into the fall?
Until it freezes.
Okay.
That was Terry's tackle tip for this week, and now back to more angling adventures.
There's one.
All right.
Whoa. This is a brown.
Any size? I didn't see it.
He's probably about the size of that rainbow.
What a nice fish. When they get in this current, they can really fight,
Oh,
can't
absolutely. And you never know what they're going to do. He's a little bit smaller, I think.
they? A little smaller, but still a pretty fish.
Okay, okay, calm down. There you go. Those barbless flies just come out so easy.
Look at the colors. That's fall.
Yeah.
Just
Now,
bright red.
This is a female. But still, she's a beautiful fish.
Oh yeah.
And what I like, it's totally wild.
Yeah,
It was
these
born
are.
here in the river. Whoops, okay, you okay?
There she goes.
Good idea to keep that line. There you go, set!
Yeah.
There you
Still
go.
walking and almost missed the
I
hook set on
understand.
that. This is a little better fish.
Yeah.
It's a little better fish.
Just keep him tight, let him fight the rod tip. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Gets in that current, he can pull pretty good.
Yep. You want some help? You want a
No, I'll be fine.
Okay. Well done. All right.
Let you hold that a
Sure.
second. Keep him in the water. Get the hook out of him. That's a pretty fish, aren't
Oh,
they?
he is, yeah. Right in the nose. Perfect.
Hook comes out easy. Oop, you want to squeeze them? Just want to show you to the folks, then we're going to let you go. Nice, well, what, 10-inch, 11-inch brown?
Yeah,
maybe?
11 or so.
Nice brown trout. Beautiful fish.
That's pretty average down here.
We fished the river.
Right.
You said we want to head down the valley. Tell me a little about where we're going.
Okay, the next place we're going to go is a place called the Big Valley, which is where the ranch operates all their haymaking operations. There's a series of 3 spring-fed ponds, lakes, where the fish are very spooky, they're very large, the water is perfectly clear, there's all kinds of food, insects for them, they're very selective, it's very technical fishing, but it's worth it. The fish are very big.
All right, well, we're going to head up there. Why don't you go look at these messages, and when you get back, we'll be down in the valley.
Right.
Since you've got your waders on, I'm going to unhook my net from my belt, and you may have to step in the water and land them. But I'll tell
In
you.
my book, the guy who is wearing the waders is the guy that's planning on catching fish.
That's a nice fish catching you.
Beautiful fish.
You know, while you're fighting this fish,
Man!
I was going to say we could talk a little bit, but the way that drag is singing, we'll wait a few minutes.
Just a little bit more, but I do not want him to bust me out.
What size tippet do you have on there?
I have 4X.
Well, that's at least you got a chance.
And
You know.
so, but these waters, you just never know.
Oh, these fish are powerful.
They really
They
are.
are. So. Wow. Oh, what a fish, what a fish. Look at this fish. Folks, Sylvandale Ranch. Let's see, we get the sun on them a little bit maybe. I'll get out of the way here. Oh, look at that. Sylvandale Ranch, right outside of Loveland. Tell you what, folks, if you're into the outdoors at all,
let you clean them up.
Yeah, you can release him. Go ahead and release him. We'll get him released. Sylvandale Ranch. Don't fall in the water now. He gets excited. Beautiful fish. Huge fish. Just a huge fish.
That's a beautiful fish.
Yes, it is.
Get him back to where he can really get going here. I've got to tell you though, Sylvandale Ranch makes so much of our program possible through the assets that they have. They are so blessed with beautiful lands, wonderful facilities, terrific people.
Oh, I tell you what, if people want a place to come like Sylvandale Ranch, there he goes. He's going. There he goes. Look at him just slowly going away. Just
Trying high. Oh, is that a big fish?
Oh, what a beautiful fish. Tom is one of the founders of Colorado Youth Outdoors, and I knew he's a dedicated outdoorsman and would give his time to the kids, but never dreamt he would nurse a fish like this. Probably about a 12-incher, and he's been fighting it for about an hour now. Actually, got you into your backing, a pretty good fish, huh?
Yeah, he's got a lot of spunk. I don't know if he's bigger than that last one, but boy, he sure took off.
I tell you, the fish in these ponds are just tremendously healthy and good fighters. It looks like, are you winning?
It's the only black midge that I have, so I don't want to lose it.
Well, if you lose that midge, that fly you've been catching them on, I could sell you one. Of course, they're much more expensive out here on the water than they are back at the fly shop. Just so you know.
Oh, I got to get 5 points. My leader has to touch my guide. Okay, there's 5 points, Mike. Not the leader has to.
I'm your guide.
Oh, your fishing guide. Oh, I see.
They're joking about the Wyoming one fly contest and the rules and how you get points. That's a nice fish. And he brings it to the net, we hope.
Yeah, that's a big fish.
All right, good job. Oh, what an awesome fish. Beautiful, beautiful fish. Well, I'll tell you what, not only are we having a great time today, but we're out here for an incredibly good cause. As you know, Wayne Allard was gracious enough to bid on this fishing trip out here to support Colorado Youth Outdoors. So we're actually out here as a fundraiser for Colorado Youth Outdoors, and Sylvandale's was gracious enough to offer the facilities here. And it's kind of pretty spectacular when you can catch a fish like that and be out here for a good cause, isn't it, Tom?
That's awesome.
I mean, you catch fish like that and we're out here to support youth in the outdoors. I mean, makes you feel pretty good, and it's hard not to have fun.
Well, I don't know how you can miss having fun on something like this.
Good job. And away he goes.
Another day.
Mike's got one on. Boy, he's got a good bend in your rod. Nice, good looking fish. You gonna need help landing it? I could come over there. I'll paddle over there.
Oh, it is a nice fish too.
I'm coming, so.
Yeah, just don't be in a hurry.
It is on the little midge, huh? Where are you at here? See if I can help you here from my tube. Where is he? I don't want it. Ah! Oh, is that a nice fish? Oh my! Oh, that is just a monster. What a beautiful fish. I'm gonna get your flat and get him in so you can see him. Hold still. Oh, that is just a beautiful fish. What a beautiful fish. This is an incredible fish, Mike. This is like a Laurel and Hardy movie getting us all over here to landing him with my net, which is hooked to my float tube. Tell you what, folks, this is what you call teamwork. We landed him with my net hooked to the float tube.
Oh my word.
Look at that. Is that?
Oh, that is a monster fish.
That is just an incredible, incredible
Beautiful.
fish. Way to go, Mike. Yeah, let's get him revived. Mike, awesome job. Awesome job. Hey, good job. He's saying goodbye to you. He came to say goodbye to you. He says, thank you for letting me go. What I tell you, just landing a fish like that, congratulations. I can't reach my other hand, but just to land a fish like that, I'll tell you, to hook up a fish like that is one thing. To land a fish like that is incredible. I mean, in a situation like this, what size tippet did you have?
5X.
Oh, that's a great job on 5X tippet, I'll tell you.
Let him run a little.
That's why this man was the leader of our Sportsman's Caucus in the Senate. He knows how to handle fish. He knows about the outdoors. You know, I love float tube fishing. Here at Sylvandale, it's really awesome because you've got such a diversity of fishing. If you're looking for a fishing experience where you got a chance at trophy trout, they've got these 2 large ponds up in the canyon here that hold fish, I would think up in the 10-pound range. I've caught them up to the 6-7 pound range in here. They've got some lower ponds down below here that have bass and smaller trout. There's several ponds, just a string of them, and they have a full stretch of, I think it's 1.5 miles of private river on the Big Thompson that just fishes fantastic. So when you come to Sylvandale to fish, you can do just about any kind of fishing you want. Now, usually when I come here, I end up fishing the river because that's my favorite down here. But I love float tube fishing so much, and I'm really kind of taking it easy. We're just having a good time. I love floating around, and the chance in this pond that I could hook up into a 5, 6, or even 9, 10-pound fish at any time. It's relaxing, and at the same time there's an anticipation, and Sylvandales can do that for you along with great accommodations and easy access. I mean, we're only an hour out of Denver, Colorado.